Hi everybody, this is David Razu Kolluri, working as associate professor in reputed engineering college, that is St. Peter's Engineering College. Greetings to you all. In this video, today we are going to see linear search topic. This linear search topic comes under fifth unit, and that one comes under searching topic. We will see in this video, we will see what is meant by searching, what are the types of searching techniques, and we'll see linear search in detail. Nowadays, people are developing different types of applications or apps. In those applications, this process, searching process, plays vital role. What is meant by searching? The process of finding an element, whether it is present in the given list or not, is called searching. So this element is also called as, whatever the element we are going to search, that element is also called as key element or target element. Searching for different items is one of the most critical activities nowadays in many applications. Few examples are spell checking in a particular document, searching for a particular name or record in a particular list of names or a particular within the dictionary, opening a file from the hard disk. Before opening a file, whether that particular file present in the hard disk or not need to be searched. These are the simple examples. And the efficiency of the search or searching process depends upon three important things. First one is size and the organization of or collection of data. The size of that particular array or list of elements. First point. And whatever the algorithm you are going to use to search that particular element is vital role. The second point, and efficiency of the test used to determine whether that particular key element present or not, successful or unsuccessful. So these are the three important points. Then what are the different types of searching techniques? There are two types of searching techniques. One is linear search, another one is binary search. So in this video, we'll concentrate linear search. So before discussing about linear search, the searching process involves two important terms, that is search list and the target element. We need to keep these 2 points in our mind. Search list, it is also called as an array. Target element, which is to be searched within that particular search list or array. Linear search. What is meant by linear search? Linear search is also called as a sequential search. It is one of the traditional method. It's a very simple method, but its performance is very poor at different times. And in the case of linear search, we need to compare the first element, also called as a target element. First element need to be compared with the target element, also called as a key element. If both are matched, we need to return the position. If not, we need to return unsuccessful search value, that is -1. That is, if that element is absent, we will return -1. Otherwise, we will return the actual position of the particular element. Then you can see one example over here in this slide. That is, just consider target element here is 20, and list of elements given over here is 10, 50, 30, 70, 80, 60, 20, 90, 40. What we have to do, we need to search this. We need to search this particular key element or target element with each and every elements that are there in the list. 20, 10 not matched, 50 not matched, 30 not matched, 70 not matched, 80 not matched, 60 not matched. But that 20 compared with 20, in this case, element found. In all these cases, element not found. But here, element found, so that from here, the position of the 26, that is the logical position, will be returned. So the successful search at position 6, this 6 will be returned. The same working procedure you can observe in the below diagram also. In this case, total elements are 6, 3, 0, 5, 1, 2, 8, minus 1, 4 given, and the key element over here is 8. Will be compared with all this. So 6, 3, 0, 5, 1, 2, in that particular case not matched, but this 8 matched with this element. Immediately its position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This particular case also, because of successful search, element 6, that position 6 will be returned. That is about linear search working procedure. Then the linear search simple function you can see in this particular slide. In this particular function, this is called, this part is called return type, and this part is called function name, and this whole part is called arguments. So array, n, and key, these are the formal arguments, also called as formal parameters. Then what we have to do, so in the below diagram, elements 10, 50, 30, 70, 80, 60, 20, 90, 40 elements given, and the key element over here is 20. That will be compared with all these elements. That you can see this 20 is here E, and A of I. This A of I means 0 means 0th element, 1 means second element, like that. This A of I, this whole thing will be compared with each and every element will be compared with the key element. If this element, actually this 20 element found at 5th position, not a 6th position. So this statement will return, will return that position. That is, what is that position? I value, it will be returned. For example, instead of 20, if I want to find true, this 2 not present in this particular list, after comparing all these, after comparing this 2 with all these elements, finally this loop condition will be false. In that particular case, that will return this particular statement. This statement will be executed, that will return -1. -1 means element not found. That is about linear search, simple function. Don't worry, we'll execute this particular whole program. We'll see the execution part with the help of the software. Then the performance of this linear search. If the element, whatever the element in the previous slide, if that element, I want to search 20, if that element present in the first position, let us consider, instead of that if I want to search element 10, key element, so that element present in the first position only. So how many number of comparisons? Only one comparison need to be performed in this case. If I want to search element 40, then this 40 present in last position. How many comparisons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is order of 9. So that is, if the element not present in that particular case also, in the given area also, n number of comparisons need to be performed. So that we can observe here. If the element located in the first position, in that particular case, In that particular case, its time complexity is order of 1. That is called the best case time complexity. If the element present in the last position, the element present in the last position, n number of comparisons need to be performed, then it is called worst case time complexity. If the element present in the middle position, then we need to perform some n by 2 number of comparisons, then it is also called as, it is also order of n, it is called average time complexity. So that is about the performance of linear search. Actually, sometimes this performance is very poor if that element present in the last, or if that element not present, then more number of comparisons need to be performed. So obviously time complexity will be increased. So now we'll see the programming part. This linear search program will be discussed now with the help of the software. That is, this program already created linear search program. You just see once. I will show you that particular program first. So in this program, you can see yeah. Okay. So in this, this first statement is documentation section. That is name of the program or author name will be included here. This is a comment line. This is not executable statement. And next, these two statements, the link section, header file section. So what are all functions comes under stdio.h? We'll see. This printf, scanf, these two functions comes under stdio.h. And this CLR, SCR, and this getch functions, these two functions comes under conio.h. So these are the predefined functions. Before using any predefined function, we need to specify its path. We need to include its corresponding header files in our program. Then the next one is the compulsory function. The compulsory function in this program, that is the main function. Without main function, you cannot create, you cannot compile, you cannot execute any program. It is also called as user-defined function with a predefined template. Predefined template means this main name is predefined, but it is not predefined function, its name. To create any program, predefined template is main, and this whole program is enclosed. All these statements enclosed within pair of curly braces, open brace and closing brace. So these statements, all these statements written by user, that's why it is called user-defined function. And the compulsory template is main, that is main, predefined template, user-defined function with predefined template. Okay, so in this program, this is we'll solve this particular problem by using functions. So 3 steps we already discussed long back. That is, first one is function declaration, the first step, and this is a function call. This is actually third step, and we'll see that second step. This is second step. This whole part is second step. That is function definition. So function declaration is 1, function definition is 2, function call is 3. Okay, we'll see one by one. So in this program, first array variable declared with size 100, immediately compiler will allocate 100 locations. Then during runtime, I don't want to use 100 locations. I want to change the size 100 to 5 or 10. So that is the purpose of this variable n. This variable n. And from this list of elements, I want to search an element, that is the element key. And for loop index variable I. And the linear search function will return some result to hold that particular value, result variable. Then here, to alter this size 100 to some other thing, I need to read, that is enter n value, that is size. After reading n, based on that n, I am supposed to read n number of elements through keyboard, array of elements. After reading array of elements, the element which is to be searched need to be entered, that is key element. After reading array of elements and size and the key element, we need to call the function, that linear search function, this thing. So immediately a value, n value, and the key value will be passed to that called function. Where is that called function? We will see. That called function is this thing. So whatever the values passed, from here, that is this a value, will be assigned to this a, n value will be assigned to n, key value will be assigned to key. So in this case, these are actual parameters, and these are formal parameters. These are formal parameters. So simply a is assigned to, address of a is assigned to this array. Indirectly it is called a pointer variable. This n value assigned to this n, this key value assigned to this key. In this case, these are actual. In this case, these are formal parameters. Then what to do? We need to compare this key element with all the array of elements. So one by one, if I value is 0, 0th index element will be compared with key. If key element matched with a of 0th element, that will return I value 1. If not, next element. Like that, all the elements will be compared with the key. Whenever match found, immediately that will return that position to main function. Where is that main function? Here. That will be assigned to result. If this element not found in the array, this will return -1 to this particular result. Then we come by comparing that result value over here, we can display. If element found means this statement will be executed. If element not found means this statement, this printf statement will be executed. We'll see this execution part clearly. Alt C, compile. So your declaration terminated incorrectly. Then Alt C. Yeah. So enter n value 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to search element 5. Then element 5 found at 5th position. So you can see that particular output. See here, size 5 specified, accordingly 5 elements entered, and key element 5 given, So that 5 found at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is about linear search output. And if you execute same program once again to search another element, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you just key element given 10, element 10 not found. You can see that particular output. Okay, 5 element size is 5, array of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the key element given over here is 10. So this 10 not found in the array. This is about linear search. So thanks for watching. In the next video, we'll discuss binary search technique with example. Thanks for watching. Thank you all.